Let's build up a dirt shop, shall we? And so we have the Ender Mud Emporium. Now, I wanted to play a lot more with the lore behind this store. I know that Rock's Novelties does have a tiny bit, but not really a lot. So as we see right out the front here, we have an Enderman who is trying to lift up a box full of dirt and different kinds of stuff like that. And this is Ernie, the Enderman, and he is the younger brother of the Enderman duo that run this store. He's just this little guy who's trying to pick stuff up and do his job. And as we come inside, you'll see that Edmund, his older brother, is working the cash register, and you'll notice that he is bigger to kind of fit more of the same size as the Enderman in game. So little brother, big brother, makes sense. But I am super happy with how this thing turned out. I mean, it is very simple, but so just aesthetically pleasing. I'm very happy with all of the little decorations I have, the hanging plants and the different structural log beams that are keeping up the place, the painting. That's a different painting than I put up before. That's different, and it's also not centered. Who changed my painting? For clarification, this is a couple days after I built this because I kind of got busy, but yeah. Well, anyway, we have ourselves a bunch of stock. We have different grass and podzol and all the dirts and moss, and of course mud and all that as well. I mean, after all, it is called the Ender Mud Emporium. So I wanted to kind of build off of, if you have ever watched my Nerdcraft Season 3 before we rebranded to Nerdcraft SMP, I made a shop called Mud and Stuff, and it was to sell all of like the mangrove biome stuff because that was when that first came out. And I kind of wanted to pay a little bit of an homage to that. So we've got ourselves a bunch of things from that, but it's not necessarily mangrove focused anymore. It's now just focused all on soils and mud and dirt and all that good stuff. You'll also notice too that I used a lot more You'll also notice I used a lot more armor stands in this one as well. I mean, just outside we have a couple there, but then we have all of the armor stands for all of these here. We have a custom chorus plant that's in this flower pot, and I wanted to use that to kind of add a bit of story to these characters, because maybe, you know, these two Endermen, they are living in the overworld and they're taking all these blocks and selling them to everybody, and maybe they wanted to have a little piece of home. Maybe they wanted to bring some of their home with them, so they brought a little chorus plant to put into a flower pot here, keep it feeling like home. I think it's honestly such a fun little detail. Mackie Ron inspired me to make this one. She was talking to me about it. She's like, that would be perfect, and I totally agree. We also have a little cash register and a tip jar. Now, I was gonna add some more stuff inside the tip jar, probably just get like a few of like the raw ores and put them in there, or maybe if I feel like sacrificing a couple diamonds, I'll put them on armor stands and put them in there too. I haven't really decided on that yet because I don't know what I want to do. But overall, I am super happy with the vibes of this place. It feels so cozy, so comfy. Still don't know who changed my painting, but that's fine. And actually, since it's been a couple days, I'm curious. Hey, nice. Why didn't... What? You just gave me one diamond for one stat. Well, that's not... Whoa! Wow, okay. So I'm gonna need to make a mud farm, I think, because I'm already almost completely out. Oh boy. But that just means more moolah for me. Real quick, I just want to interrupt the video to let you guys know that, hey, we have a channel member. Look at that. If you want to be a member yourself, there's a link in the description. I mean, I guess there's a link by my subscribe. Down below this video, there should be a join button. If you want to support me separately from just watching the video, if you feel like you want to get special perks like using custom emojis, or eventually I will be having videos come up or be uploaded early so that way members can see them early. Go down there, check that out. It's literally, I think the minimum price is like $2, I think, for the membership. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free. I kind of forgot I had these things open, and that one person who was a member back in March, I'm so sorry that I never said anything. I'm so sorry. I love you. I'm sorry. You know who you are. Exclusive benefits, kind of. I mean, you get custom emojis and I think there's also a section that will point out that you're a member too when you comment, so that's cool. So thank you, Crazy Ant, you're cool. I appreciate you. Anyway, back to the video. I'm so sorry to interrupt. I'll just. But anyway, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Nerdcraft SMP Season 2. Now, as we are heading over to our super huge mega biome build thing that we're doing, you'll notice that I've started bone mealing out a bunch of this nylium to start growing up some more of the plants. And I have to say, it looks a lot better with these plants starting to grow on it. And I've also started adding patches of the warped warp blocks, and I think that does help. But we will need to also start getting in the patches of the pale moss and stuff like that and start getting that border made up as well, which I might probably finish doing the border in this episode. And actually, I don't remember if I mentioned what I need the glow lichen for, but a lot of the problem that I had with the border idea that I had in the last episode for my biome is that the blue and the gray kind of just have this really harsh cutoff in their colors. You know, like it just goes straight from blue to gray. There's not really a good transitionary block. So what better block to put there than glow lichen? So I'll put some of the glow lichen on the nylium so that way it's like it's blending it a bit better, and then we get a little bit more of a consistent transition from gray to blue. And I think that would work perfectly. I haven't tested it yet, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. You'll notice too that I've been grinding out a bunch of the cherry wood and stuff. I need to start prioritizing getting just the cherry leaves, because that is going to be a huge part of a lot of the custom trees that I have around here. It's going to be using a lot of the coral, a lot of cherry leaves, and of course a lot of the cherry logs, and also crimson wood for the... Sorry, I got a little distracted. Whoa. Oh, hi.
Took you a little bit too far.
Whoa. God. I saw Mysterious flying over there, and I was like, whoa, I didn't notice somebody over there. And then just you plopped down on top of me, and it scared me.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. You look different.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We have a repo mod where we can see you talk, and it's great. I love it.
Oh. I didn't realize you had that on as well. I know Tony came over the other day and was messing with me on it. But that's, yeah, my face, not as terrifying as I feel like some other faces could be. I feel like your face having the mouth that's so low probably makes it way funnier.
Yeah? I mean, yours isn't even connected to your mouth.
Yeah, mine's just my chin.
Chin.
My fat chin just, whoops, that's my elytra. Nope, put that, there we go. Yeah, my fat chin just splits in half. Oh, if I sold pale moss, would you guys buy it?
No.
Alright.
Nerdcraft going on bedrock.
Items. No, I'm not making a bedrock server. No.
Let's do it.
No.
Tony, full diamond zombie.
Whoa!
What the
That's
fuck?
rare, keep him.
That's nuts! If you want, we could put him in with my other villager in here.
Pick it up.
He's become infinitely more powerful. Well, that was a conversation, I guess. So I want to keep going around and bone mealing everything up, but I do need to go get myself a lot more of the warped warp blocks. As you can see, I've started clearing out spots to have more patches, and I just don't have any more. I had a few stacks, and this is literally all I was able to do. So I need to do a lot more grinding for that, and I don't want to do any grinding today. I've done a lot of grinding the last episode. I don't have a good zoom in this angle. I don't have a lot of good angles. That's not the words I was trying to say. Also, there's some dudes. There's some guys back there. Waiting, watching. With how many of these guys have been spawning while I've been doing this, it's honestly surprising that I haven't gone to a trial chamber and used all the ominous things. Ow. But yes, I don't want to do any grinding. I actually want to start building up some of the structure for what we're going to be doing here. So all the warped nylium that's on this mountain, most of it is going to end up being gone because I'm changing it out for like mud and stuff. But of course, being the idiot that I am, I didn't actually bring my packed mud with me. No, I left it all elsewhere, so that's awesome. I'm sorry, did y'all see that too? If we scroll through the footage, there's... Who put butt cheeks on my monster? Alright, so I guess first things first, start clearing out how I want this to be, because the last thing I want to do is not know where I want things to be or what them to do. That's not English. How are you? Good rhyme, me. That's not my... Oh, it's not my silk touch. God dang it. So I kind of want this mix of like packed mud and like the brown mushroom blocks and stuff. Kind of add some extra texture in here, right? And then I want it to like be able to kind of like transition through vertically. So that way it's like not inconsistent, you know? Okay, it's not horrible so far. I feel like I need a bigger kind of patch to work with. Definitely liking that so far. Yeah, I think this is definitely the way to go. So let's start just going absolutely crazy with building this up. And we are definitely on to a good start. I think this is a very solid start to this. I think what we need to do is maybe incorporate a transition between the brown, and then we're gonna have some of the pale moss to kind of separate this off too, and then maybe some mud and like mangrove root mud blocks. I think that would look pretty good. I hope that would look pretty good. I'm gonna assume that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go find some of that. Okay, mud was definitely not the way to go, but this coarse dirt does help a whole lot. I'm actually a huge fan of that. It gets just dark enough to where it can start blending with this, and don't worry, this isn't gonna stay just like this, because this is where all of that glow lichen comes into play. I've used up a bunch of the bone meal from that moss farm we built in the last episode to get ourselves a bunch of glow lichen. So now I can use it to just completely coat these blocks in this surface. So that way the dirt can kind of stay the color that it is. It doesn't really have to worry too much about being covered up, but then the mud, it gives off just that ever so slight brownish gray texture underneath it. Whoops, I don't have my shears. I should really make sure I have my shears. Where the heck are my shears? Where are my shears? Where are my shears? Where are they? Where are they? Where's my nose hair trimmers? Who cares? I can bone meal more if I need to. Okay, it's not bad, but it does have a weird texture going on with it. So we'll see how it looks once I get all the pale moss in, but I think at the moment, this is not my favorite looking thing in the world. I think a lot of the problem too is that because we can see the sides of blocks, it's giving off a lot more of the texture than it would be, say, around the border of the biome. So I feel like it won't look as bad in future things, but this is definitely a struggle. I don't know how to feel about it. Oh, you know, another thing that'll help too is probably the pale moss carpets that'll be on these blocks. I can bone meal when they're up against like an edge or something, and they'll give off like a little bit of like a vine texture going off. So that'll probably help a lot too. Okay, I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. I think it's not as strong against the blue as it is against the mud and all that. I think that, I mean, obviously that's a much bigger contrast than the blue, so I understand why. I went to art school. I know color theory. I know how colors work. So I think maybe just having it be a bit more dense around the edge here and just absolutely go crazy with it through here. I think that, oops, god dang it, nah. But yeah, I think just having it be a lot more sporadic and a bit more dense throughout here will probably help it a whole lot more with standing out. And then I log back in the next day to keep working on stuff for this video, and something's not quite right. I have a question for you.
I hopefully have an answer for you.
Do you see those heads that are on the back of him there?
Yeah, I do.
Are those drowned heads for you?
No, they are packed mud.
Okay, so then it's just an error on my end, because every single head is drowned heads. for some reason. The mini chest that's underneath my bed in my van, drowned head. All the little mini moss blocks over by Mackie's place, drowned heads. I'm very confused as to what happened.
That's actually amazing. I had something similar the other day. Like, my textures were just loading, and I was standing over at my base, and all of the item frames were just empty. Like, there was nothing in them.
Oh.
And so I was like, oh, somebody went around and completely took everything out of every item frame of mine. And then it took like a few beats for them to finally load, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, that was odd, but...
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, where somebody just came along and replaced every single head block with drowned heads. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised because they're pretty easy to get your hands on, but...
Right, and I mean, that would be impressive. There's some dedication.
Exactly, yeah, like they're adjusting armor stands, they're adjusting all, like, dang. Oh, you know what it might be?
Yeah.
Because I think I have, like, movement stuff. Oh, emissive, it could be that. Hold on, wait, let me try it. Nope, not that. Okay, alright. Just gonna disable things until it changes. I'm curious if my head chest is just all drowned heads now.
It's just full of drowned heads.
Because, like, this is genuinely confusing. I'm actually seriously confused. Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's so weird. Okay. Yeah!
Weird.
Okay, so I did a couple of things. Cause I was trying to play around with, I've been trying to play around a lot more with, like, my personal player animations and stuff, so having different, like, little movement things for that. And one of the things that I was playing with was the, like, I wanted to have it where, like, I do, like, a little blink with my tiny little eyeballs, and that required custom skin loader. I think that was the problem.
That was what was breaking it.
But I also reverted Essential because it hadn't been working quite right. So I don't know if that fixed it or if turning off custom skin loader fixed it. But either way, I don't need to blink anyway. I've got tiny eyes. Nobody's gonna notice. Okay, thank you for being with me in my moment of schizophrenia.
Of course. Do you want to come with me for a moment?
Sure, yeah. You know what? I could use a detour from my chaos.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow. I did not even know this was here. I think this is just outside of my render distance.
It's literally in the last 2 days, so...
That's also fair. I don't think I've been on in the last couple days.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my most recent project.
Okay.
You have to not look at the windows from this side, otherwise they either look like something slightly sus or...
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's like a... I almost see... Is it intentionally, like, kind of a creeper face? I kind of see a creeper face in some of them.
See, I haven't fully committed to what I want the windows to be yet. I just have, like, kind of picked an outside design, and then think I'm gonna go back in with stained glass. Tony keeps suggesting creeper face as well. But yes, I see what you were referring to.
It's subtle. It's not like, it's not
Yes,
direct,
yes.
so that's cool.
Yes, exactly.
Nah, I
But
like
yeah,
it.
So this is going to be my kind of church on a hill thing that I was screwing around in a creative world the other day and was like, you know what I haven't built? First of all, I haven't built like a big project in a minute. Then I was like, you know, I haven't done much with like white, yellow gradients.
Yeah, this color palette is awesome. I can't imagine the inventory management that this causes.
Yeah, this it just like building in the full blocks alone, right?
Mhm.
Like, you can sit here and just look at already a row's worth of individual blocks, let alone trying to click through an inventory and get the slab variants and the
Right, yeah, trying to sort through all that and making sure that
yeah.
you
So I put Jordy and Tony to work yesterday, helping me sort out all of the things that I actually needed.
Hey, you know what? Labor is labor, man. Nobody gonna complain about that. Dude. Oh, this is cool. You've even got, like, the stained glass, like, in... What the heck? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so the thought is that it kind of rounds out the corner, right?
It
to make it a more
does.
gradual.
And because there's the block behind it, it still looks like it's its own solid piece. It's not like a flimsy piece of glass. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's so good. Oh,
Thank
man.
you.
I wish I could, like, think texturing on that level. Like, I feel like I'm pretty decent at some texturing, but, like, that kind of, like, that's just next level, dude. That's so cool. I always love vibing with Cozy. He's cool. You could say it's a cozy experience. But yeah, this definitely looks a lot better with the more sporadic placement of the glow lichen. It actually seems like it is connected to the moss and slowly drifting away from it. So I feel like this was definitely a good call to make. And once we start getting in all of the other patches of the pale moss and stuff, this will not feel as out of place as it currently does. Because right now, I'll admit, yeah, it's not super convincing, but it is progress. And, you know, that's all we can ask for. Now it's just a matter of getting this border figured out, and I think we'll probably call the episode there, because I've done a lot today that I did not intend to do, and I did a lot, and I didn't do a lot of stuff that I wanted to. Words are so hard for me today. I am so sorry. Also, do you like my little movements? Do you like my little steppies? I showed this in the Management Wanted episode that came out recently, but yeah, I've been trying to implement a few more little movement mods and stuff because I want to liven up my appearance a little bit. I feel like I'm a little lifeless. I am slowly but surely realizing that this is going to be taking a whole lot more resources than I thought. Yeah, that's a lot. I have the resources. It's just, wow, this is huge. I always forget how big this biome actually is until I actually start, like, doing stuff with it. But I do think I am going to end this episode here. Unfortunately, I'm just losing my brain cells and I need to take a break, and I still want to get you guys this video out. So next episode, we'll be working a lot more on this area, and hopefully we'll actually get some structures built up too. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, and if you really enjoyed, consider subscribing. As always, I really appreciate every single one of you that does all that, because it just helps my channel grow, helps the algorithm show people, hey, look at this guy, he's a little stupid, but we love him. But yes, I do want to say a huge thank you as well to everyone for being so supportive in this kind of difficult time with everything going on in my life. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for being so supportive. Keep being supportive so I can keep getting that sweet ad revenue. Good God, I can't talk. Yeah, I hope you guys continue to just keep supporting the channel and keep loving on me. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, I'm rambling because my brain is dead. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe. I love you all, and goodbye.